And this is downtown Cottage Grove, and that's Cerro Gordo Mountain. Some of these places were here when Opal Whiteley lived here, like the Book Mine bookstore, used to be known as the Helena Saloon. It's the other end of Main Street, and John Belushi flew right across that in the climax scene of Animal House. This is where they filmed the big parade. And this is the mural of Opal Whiteley. It's, gosh, almost 30 feet tall. It's right 7th and Main in the middle of downtown Cottage Grove. It's a stunningly beautiful mural. And that's the Walden School that she attended there. Yeah, it takes up the whole side of the building. 3-story building. And that is the Mosby Creek Bridge that she walked across to cross the Mosby Creek, which she called the Riviera. And this little plaza right here. This image done by muralist Connie Huston actually has 3 images of Opal within it. An image of her as a 9-year-old child, a 19-year-old woman, and then a woman in her 70s. She used elements of each one to put into that picture. That's why it's so interesting and catching. People really love this mural. Cottage Grove has a number of murals. It's kind of become the mural capital of Oregon. There's an original Coca-Cola mural that's been up there for decades. And this is the Cottage Grove Library right there at the entrance, right as you go into the library, is the statue of Opal Whiteley. It's the Library and Community Center. And years ago, it was the old Safeway store. Cottage Grove Library, where they move right into the main part of the library. There's this lovely statue of Opal Whiteley. And this shows Opal, in about her early teenage years. Down here, dedicated to the city of Cottage Grove by Southland Mental Health, July 2000. Yeah, I helped put this together, well, many other people. And here is a rubbing from her grave. And she's buried under both her French name and her American name, Francois Marie de Bourbon d'Orleans. Opal Whiteley died February 17th, 1992, age 95 years. And down there at the bottom, a quote from Ecclesiastes, I spake as a child. Picture of Opal when she was in school at the Walden School. So for a woman who was an outcast of Cottage Grove, Opal has made a heck of a comeback. Now here we are at the intersection of Mosby Creek Road and Cahuaguio Lane. We're just 3.5 miles west of Cottage Grove. And right there is the beginning of what was Opal Whiteley's grandparents' farm, the Scott family's farm. And it goes all the way up the road up there. And just to our left, which you can't see yet, is the Row River Bike Trail. Now when Opal's talking about walking to the near woods, that hill straight in front of us, the base of that hill would be what she thought of as the near woods, and the far woods right over there. Now this is Coagula Road, and up the top of that hill is where the Mckibbon Mill is, who Opal calls the mill folks, and that's where Sadie Mckibbon lived, up that hill. And right down here is the only place on public road that you can see the remnants of the Singing Creek. And this pond right there that does water for livestock is what used to be the where the Singing Creek comes, and it goes right underneath the bridge there and then continues on down there. It's a lot narrower because of erosion, a lot narrower than what it used to be, which is quite a bit wider. And it's mostly a year-round stream. Mostly a year-round stream. And that's the family farm over there. And that meadow in the far distance over there is where Opal and her family lived. And that hill there, just on the other side of the meadow, is where the near woods were. And that line of oak trees there, you can see, is the Singing Creek. And where the traffic is right there is Mosby Creek Road. And we're very close to where the road goes three ways. And right there is the Row River Bike Trail today, the original OP&E railroad line. And this is at Mosby Creek Row River Trailhead. A wonderful 15-mile bike ride. Smooth, just a terrific place to ride bikes. And that large yellow house right there is where Opal Whiteley's grandparents lived. That is the ranch house, and the old barn and the old meat smoking place are still out there. And where we're looking at right there, that's where the road goes three ways, that Opal called where the road goes three ways, because she says Mosby Creek Road goes two ways, and then this road here is Lang Creek Road, and it goes the third way. And we're here at the bike trail where the railroad track was when Opal was a kid. And there's several places in the diary where Opal describes walking around the railroad yard and playing by the dinky engine and walking across the bridge. And they're trail hosts. There's somebody that stays here year-round. And there's the Mosby Creek, the Riviera that Opal writes about. Mosby Creek Bridge, and one of several railroad bridges across rivers and creeks here. Yeah, this is what Opal called the Riviera.